त्यज्य माम् एकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्व पापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. Moksha मा शुचः means moksha from sins. Whatever sins we have committed, Krishna says, if you repent sincerely from the core of your heart, if you sincerely repent from the core of your heart and owe not to repeat those mistakes in your future life, I will protect you. I will remove the negative effects or negative karma palas of those sins and see that you will stick on to good actions. Because when once a papi or a sinner also surrenders to Lord Shri Krishna, Krishna says, I will protect him. I will make uddhara. Uddharana means uddharana. Ud means above. So one who holds him. Dharana means bear. So Krishna says, I will take his responsibility. I will take into my hands. I will take into my lap and see that even a sinner is converted to a saint. So there is an English quotation. Every sinner has a future and every saint has a past. So for every sinner there is a future. He is twice blessed actually. So Krishna says, whatever actions that we do, let it be guided by me. Take it as my guidance. Take my guidance as an antarvani. I am your antaryami. I will be deep inside the heart. This is called heart chakra. The spiritual parlance in the yoga, it is called anahata chakra or heart chakra, where Lord Shri Krishna or Mahavishnu lies. This is also called Vishnu Granthi. When Vishnu Granthi is cut off, Granthi Chedana happens in yoga or meditation, then you will be nearer to God realization. Okay, those faculties will increase in you. So you will always like to be in contact with the spiritual persons. You will always like to attend satsangas, bhajans. You will always want to chant Gita, Bhagavata Parayana, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Vishnu Sahasranama Parayana, Rita Sahasranama, Puja, everything. So you will always like to be in the company of pious people. So that is why heart chakra should be open. This heart chakra, which is a total mixture of good and bad things, will be filtered. All mixed feelings will be filtered here at this stage. And when we speak through this Vishuddha chakra or throat chakra, so whatever refined feelings are there in us, only those feelings will be expressed properly. That is why this is called Mahalakshmi Sthana. Okay? Why a throat chakra is called Mahalakshmi Sthana means anybody who has a bad throat, we say it's a cut throat. So a person having bad throat means speaking nonsense, speaking bad words about others. Such persons will lose friendship of good people. They will lose valuable contacts. Okay? For a businessman, his throat chakra should be very, very, very active, very, very positive, and it should be a business person, especially should be always cool and calm. He cannot speak whatever he wants. Okay? He has to hide, filter so many things. That is why this is called Vishuddha chakra. V means special, Vishesha. Shuddha means refining. So this chakra will be usually refined in business people. That is why Lakshmi will be with them. Okay. You see egoistic people, they get only a fixed sum of salary. They will be happy with that. They don't try to increase their wealth. They don't work hard to develop contacts, to develop new contacts, making new friendship. They will not do it. People who belong to Vaishya community, they say, like a tradesman community, they are very, very clever. They will be always smiling. They add up to their contacts. Their friends list will be ever growing. So because of that, they get better business with new contacts. So this is called Lakshmi Sthana. So then you can understand a person who is devoid of Lakshmi or who is not having much wealth, you can analyze their habits, how their personality will be. They will be egoistic, arrogant, totally talking negative things which nobody wants. So it makes a person a total bore. So this person is a bore. If you go to him, he always speaks nonsense, negative things, bad things, or he speaks only about himself, his difficulties. Who wants to listen to his difficulties? See, my problems are galore. So I don't want to listen any negative words about him, negative things from him. So people will get away. The moment they say their faces, people avoid such people. So we should develop very good qualities. We should be cool and calm. We should listen to the problems or difficulties of others. Then you will be an attractive personality. You will be a very good friend, and you will be serving as an outlet to the feelings of others. So such people can act as counselors, like Lord Sri Krishna did. You understand how Bhagavad Gita Upanishad begins? Krishna and Arjuna were actually friends. The age difference between Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna is only 6 months and 12 days. Arjuna was younger to Krishna by 6 months and 12 days. That is why Arjuna was always thinking, Krishna is also an ordinary fellow like me, because of the similarity of age. He always used to hold his hands on the shoulder of Lord Sri Krishna, thinking he is very close among Pandavas. Up to the 60th year, at the time of Mahabharata, both Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna were 60 years old, 60. Remember, Krishna and Arjuna and Pandavas, they were friends since their 12th year. Okay? But Krishna never did the mistake of preaching Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna or Pandavas until the proper moment came. So there is a very good saying in English, unasked for advice will go
uncared for.
Anybody know it? Unasked for advice will go uncared for. A person who is not needing any advice, okay? If you forcibly tell something, he will not listen because his proper time has not come. His prarabdha karma will not allow such a person even to take good advice, okay? Because his right time has not come. Okay, that's what Krishna says. Until the proper time comes, don't speak. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time, energy, and a right time, action done at right time, at the right moment will yield right result. Otherwise, it is waste of time of energy for him and for the other person also. So now, I don't think it is a waste of time for me and for you also to speak and listen about Bhagavad Gita, because we have crossed a stage in life where we are getting away from materialistic or samsaric life. Okay? I think most of us are in the early 40s or 50s, where we require the company of Lord, company of Goddess or God more and more as we grow older, because we know they have passed in the test of reliability. See, we always require a reliable friend, a loving friend to share our feelings with. Is it not? Every person in this world, even an animal also requires a close friend, so that to share his or her feelings with. Although without sharing the feelings, we will be worse than animals. Paramatma has given such a good faculty where we can express ourselves. So whatever feelings that we have, whether it is enjoyment or suffering, we will express our problems with others. That is why we get to know the whole world is suffering. Okay? So there is enjoyment in life, in the world. There is suffering also in the life. Paramatma, when he gives a lifetime, that is in one janma, what we call one janma is called one lifespan. He gives a mixture of both good and bad results. Okay? Both good and bad results. If the karma, if the set of karmas, what we have done in the past lives, past incarnations is good, if the karmas are good, the result will be definitely good. There is no need to stress on that. Supposingly, if the karma, if the set of karmas that we have done in the past, knowingly or unknowingly, it is called gnata dosha. Gnata means knowingly, willfully, wantonly. If we do some bad karmas, with knowing that I am doing a bad karma, if we continue to do it, definitely God punishes us. Because an innocent child or an ignorant person, without the proper knowledge of right and wrong, if he does mistakes, there is a concession for him for 1 or 2 times. But a person who is having knowledge of good and bad, and yet he chooses only bad things to do, that means he is willingly doing a mistake, and God sees his independence should be cut first. Okay? It is called Swatantriya Apaharana. So in the next life, when he takes birth, so God sees that his independence will be little cut.